Okay, so for this part, second part of the video lecture on microtome, so we'll discuss the hands-on art of sectioning. So this is where your patients will also be harnessed. So this is a multi-step process ang sectioning. It involves trimming, cutting, floating, and drying, and sometimes decalcification if kailangan. So trimming blocks. So trimming blocks para kang babalat ng prutas. So you're exposing a certain surface that you want, and you usually set your micrometer at 15 to 30 micrometer, or you can use a coarse feed. So dapat hindi aggressive ang pag-cut or pag-trim kasi that will create moth holes and that will be seen as artifacts. So don't worry, we'll try to show you a list of what the artifacts look like under the microscope after being stained so that you appreciate na ay kailangan ayusin yung pag-microtomy. So avoid gouging or scoring. So dapat walang contact with blade on the initial downstroke. So that's for trimming blocks. For cutting sections naman, dapat you should pull the blocks on ice trays so that the wax is firm and the tissue as well. So chill them. Slow soak if you need. You have to use smooth and slow strokes. So dapat around 3 to 4 micrometer yung aim natin na section. So that will create ribbons by consistent pressure during cutting. So trimming, cutting. Next is floating out section. So dapat yung shiny side of the section is down, trailing edge first, like ducking a bow. So you have to use forceps to tease out the folds. Never let your fingers touch the section. So dapat not more than 30 seconds nagstay yung section sa water para hindi ma-destroy yung tissue. Kasi mainit yan. Mainit siya in a sense na that can start destroying the integrity of your tissue. And then clean the bath after each block with tissue paper so that there will be avoiding contamination or cross transfer of sections. And once you're successful in floating them out, you will dry your slides at a melting point of the paraffin, 60 degrees. But again, if gusto nyo ng brain or delicate tissue, dapat slow and gentle, 37 degrees Celsius overnight, 24 hours. So do not be complacent in hot plates. If matap siya, they can cause localized heating. So nakita nyo yung type of hot plate kanina, medyo lift siya. So dapat careful so that you will not destroy nuclear morphology. Okay, paano kung masyadong matigas yung tissue? So cutting hard tissues and surface decalcification. So that might be because of over-processing or fixation. So you have to soak the block in water or run under tap water for more than 30 minutes. 30 minutes, tapos mag-run lang siya. So it's tedious in a way. So you can use also softening agents or surface dealing decalcification solutions. And you have to monitor decalcification exposure so that you will not produce staining artifacts because of the chemicals used to remove calcium. So again, after that, you now have your final results. So again, this is sectioning. So gumamit siya ng brush, gumamit siya ng forceps. So ito yung drying rack. So that's these are now with albumin. And then i-dry na lang natin siya. So think about what happens if a block soaks too long. Anong mangyayari sa ribbon? Okay. This is another illustration when you're doing adjusting of angles. See? This one and this is too steep. So, ano kaya mangyayari if ganito ang angle? Ano kaya mangyayari if ganito yung angle? Okay. Next is orientation. So, this comes before this block touches the blade. So, orientation, as what I have mentioned before, is important. Kasi yan yung pag-slice, yun yung bababa dun sa section, yun yung makikita sa microscope. So, you have to correctly orient your tissues so that you have uniform sections, you have intact histological layers, and you know what you're looking at under the microscope, and wala masyadong artifacts. So, example of orientations for certain organs. Ito, intestine. So, dapat the blade is oriented so that it will pass through the mucosa last. So, ito yung blade. Tapos, ito yung orientation. See, this is the mucosa. So, dapat ang last touch niya ay mucosa, not the lumen. So, ito yan, di ba? So, hindi pwede na mauna siya sa mucosa. Dapat ganito. So, this will preserve the villi and the glandular structures. If mauna siya sa mucosa, magkakaroon ng distortion. That's why if you can note, if you remember how your slides look like under the microscope, di ba may yung surface epithelium hindi na masyadong klaro, pero yung basal part, clear nga with the villi and the glands. So, dapat pag intestine, the blade passes through the mucosa last. So, sa lumen muna siya. Next, skin, the blade passes through the epidermis last. So, this will protect the keratin, like this one, and the superficial skin layers. Next, cervix naman, it's better to present a point of dense tissue to the blade rather than a straight edge. So, ito, dense tissue. Yung straight edge nasa away. So, if the flat edge is directly pointed at the blade, for example, ganito, it will crush. So, the block should meet a point of dense tissue first. Okay? So, dapat proper alignment, proper orientation before you start cutting. Okay. Floating out sections. So, dapat, after nyo magkaroon ng beautiful ribbon, you float it out properly. So, don't mix two ribbons kasi that will increase the risk of cross-contamination. So, again, water bath, 5 to 10 degrees below paraffin melting point. If masyadong mainit, mag-expand yung tissue. If masyadong malamig, mag-curl up yung tissue. Dapat bubble-free and clean. And dapat hindi siya overexpanded kasi it will spoil the morphology if susceptible yung tissue section. So that's important. If na mix ang dalawang sections, you can sort that out and skim it with a tissue paper so that it will avoid cross-contamination. Okay. Frozen and related sections. So, before we have cryostat, di ba? Cryostat, the first thing that will come into your mind when we are talking about frozen sections. Before that, we had the freezing microtome invented by Quequet Piquet in 1848. So the stage for the black holder is hollow and perforated in around sa perimeter. So it's cooled by a carbon dioxide gas passing through a certain flexible lead pipe. So before, ito yung ginagamit for preserving and slicing tissues before before naging gold standard yung formalin fixation. Okay. Frozen sections are when we want to immediately have an initial na histopathologic na report, and also yun nga intraoperative diagnosis, and also for enzyme immunohistochemistry or enzyme histochemistry, and for non-enzymatic stains neuropathology. So we do that. Ang ating embedding medium ay frozen water, and the ideal temperature if unfixed yung specimen dapat negative 25 degrees. If fixed, you can use negative or minus 10 degrees Celsius or warmer. So, ano yung cryostat? So, that's like a freezing and sectioning chamber. So, it's a refrigerated cabinet. So, the cryostat houses the microtome. So, it has auto-defrost and decontamination techniques. So, the best method daw for freezing is isopentane plus liquid nitrogen. So, that's minus 160 degrees Celsius. Pag mas mabilis yung freezing, mas konti yung artifacts. Okay. So, again, the cryostat is a freezing refrigerated cabinet with a specialty microtome inside or a cryomicrotome. The sections can be cut at around 4 to 8 micrometer in thickness, and best results are when there are fresh and unfixed tissue and the ice becomes the embedding medium. So check if the tissue is firm and not brittle, and the anti-roll plate is correctly adjusted, and the temperature is optimized per tissue type. Hindi yan same for all tissues. Okay, so this one is a cryostat. So you can see freezing chamber, wasted liquid, hand wheel, and the main panel with the digital control. Okay, quick question. Alin naman mas okay for tissue? Slow freezing or rapid freezing? Why? Think about that. Okay. So this one shows, this slide presents how we handle freezing artifacts. So we prevent that by snap freezing. Yung nakita yung illustration kanina, and avoid the use of direct use of liquid nitrogen because there can be vapor insulation. So dapat the tools in the slides are pre-chilled. Okay, so for fixing tissue in cryostat, use cold formal calcium fixative 4 degrees Celsius for 18 hours. So it will reduce diffusion of enzymes like acid and alkaline phosphatase. So pwede siya for immunohistochemistry na studies. Okay. Cabinet temperatures, if unfixed, 15 to 23 degrees Celsius, minus 15 to minus 23. Fixed tissues, minus 7 to minus 12. And if higher ang water content, warmer ang range. If fatty or harder ang tissue, colder ang range. And if nag-shatter ang section, it means the block is too cold. So take note of that. Okay, so when you operate the cryostat, it's like other yung sa stropping, you have to oil the thing regularly and you follow your lab maintenance and the contamination policies. Okay, so this is the anti-roll blade. So for disposable blades, yun yung usually ginagamit natin sa cryostat. Steel blades are also being used, but in research, and the purpose of this anti-roll plate is to prevent the curling of the frozen sections. So that's your frozen section. Again, kailangan proper alignment, proper yung temperature and the speed. Section is picked up by electrostatic attraction. Kaya tayo may anti-roll plate. Use charge slides if you're eventually going to have harsh staining. And tape transfer system if problematic yung tissue. So intraoperative frozen tissue, frozen section use. So for fast diagnosis, they cannot close the surgery if wala pang result. And mostly ang ginagamit ay methylene blue and polychrome, sometimes H&E. The fixative can either be acetone or 95% alcohol, and slide ready dapat within minutes. Kaya nga pag may surgery na expect itong frozen tissue, the pathologist is ready ahead of time. Okay, for freezing of fresh unfixed tissue, when we see artifacts in the frozen sections, usually holes ang itsura niya under the tissue architecture. And what is the best practice? Snap freezing, and you use isopentane chilled in liquid nitrogen to minus 160 degrees Celsius. Avoid underfreezing and avoid overfreezing. If underfreezing, meron tayong artifact. If overfreezing, nagka-crack ang sections. So this is snap freezing. Diba, maganda pa rin yung same product. Okay, what are the techniques and temperatures? So take note, liquid nitrogen, fast but can cause insulating bubbles. Isopentane cooled by liquid nitrogen, yan yung best method. Dry ice, economical but inefficient, minus 70. Carbon dioxide gas, minus 70. And aerosol spray, minus 50. So it can have environmental and health risks. Isipin nyo, aerosol that can be inhaled and destroy some lung architecture. Okay. Ultra cryotomy or cryo ultra microtomy. So this one, the tissues are prefixed in glutaraldehyde. It's for enzyme localization and a certain ultrastructural level kasi ultra thin. So gagamit tayo ng ultra microtome in deep freeze or the cryo ultra microtome. The cutting temp, take note, is minus 180 degrees and gamit natin na knife eyeglass. That's for electron microscopy. So this is how it looks like. Last, freeze drying. So when the tissue is rapidly frozen at 160 degrees Celsius, it will form tiny ice crystals that will lock all molecular components in place. So under a vacuum, yung ice will transition into vapor. That's what we call as from solid to gas, sublimation. So, hindi siya nagme-melt kasi pag nag-melt, it will ruin the tissue. That's why we freeze dry. And fixation occurs after drying using formaldehyde vapor. Anong advantages? It will preserve labile or labile enzymes, soluble molecules, cell architecture, and fluorescence properties. So now, what are the stages of freeze drying? So this is an illustration. Quenching stops all biochemical activity, stops all chemical process, and will form fine ice crystals in the tissue. Drying now under a vacuum at negative 40 degrees Celsius so that ice will sublimate. But after that, kailangan meron tayong vapor trap. Cold finger or the phosphorus pentoxide to collect the moisture. And, di ba, fixation happens after drying. So we will now use formaldehyde vapor, and during this period, the tissue is extremely fragile until embedded. So dapat careful pag handle. Okay. So quick alternative to freeze drying. So frozen section substitution. You can cut a cryostat section, place it in acetone at negative 70 degrees for 12 hours, then air dry and steam. So it will be time saving and it will still retain tissue components. But it's not suitable for enzymes kasi merong acetone. Okay. So that's it for microtomy. I hope you are able to learn well, and God bless second year.